I'd like to welcome you all to our brand new advanced tech training for today, and we'll be covering some DC destinations, and we'll be taking a trip through DC today. So I really look forward to it. And again, thank you all so much for joining. The WildTech DC Senior iPad program, its owners and presenters offer technical assistance, virtual health, well-being information designed for educational purposes only. You should not rely on the information, any applications or topics made by WildTech, including but not limited to mobile device applications and any social media pages maintained by WildTech, its owners, or presenters as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, treatment, or legal advice. Thank you so much for letting me read the disclaimer. If you cannot see me, hear me, or see the screen, please let me know in the chat and I would appreciate that. Let's make sure all of our TVs and cell phones are silenced to give others, and most importantly yourselves, the most immersive experience. And I always recommend you have some kind of notes next to you so you can record some information down. And especially today as well, please make sure to utilize the screenshot feature as well, so you can take a screenshot of whatever is on your iPad for later. Okay. So to keep our meetings organized and avoid talking over each other, which you always do, I appreciate that. I just ask that you use the raise hand feature. You can raise your hand by tapping more at the top right of Zoom, and then you can hit raise hand. So I want everyone in Zoom to please raise their hand. If your toolbar is at the bottom, you can hit reactions, and then you can tap on raise hand. But again, I want everyone in Zoom to please raise their hand. You know, as I always say, you guys are the creme de la creme. You came to learn, have some fun. We've covered, again, about 100 apps just this year and 250 apps together. So again, I really appreciate you all coming on to our sessions. And I really love to see a lot of participation. So again, if you're in Zoom, I want you to please raise your hand. Again, you can tap more at the top right of Zoom, and then you can tap raise hand. If your toolbar is at the bottom, you can hit reactions, and then you can tap on raise hand. Okay, thank you. I really appreciate it. We have about 16 hands up. I really appreciate that. More than half of you all. Your efforts are not unnoticed. Once you're called on, don't forget to hit lower at the bottom. Okay. Like in real life, you want to keep your hand up forever, right? So once you're called on, don't forget to hit lower at the bottom to lower your hand so we can make sure we hear from everyone that does have a question, comment, concern, anything of that nature. So let's all, again, lower our hands, please. And make sure you look at your screen. If it says your hand is raised, then lower. Don't forget to lower your hand. Thank you so much, you all. I appreciate that. And then if you want to communicate with others non-verbally, the chat is a great way to share a greeting, ask a question, send a photo, send your congrats, anything you like to share. You can access the chat by hitting more at the top right of Zoom. And then instead of hitting raise hand, you can hit chat, okay? If your toolbar is at the bottom, you can just hit chat and access the meeting chat. Once you do, you tap on where it says tap here to chat. You type your message in, and then you send it using the blue button on the right-hand side. So just like with the hand, I want to see a lot of chats in Zoom. Again, I always recommend you, say something or put something in the chat when you get on Zoom, just to say hello. You may never know whose day you might make. So please utilize the chat when you do come on to Zoom. If I go to Zoom myself, and I'm going to hit the chat and access the chat, here at the bottom, again, it says tap here to chat on my end, but again, on your end, just tap on tap here to chat. You're gonna write whatever you like. Hi, hello, happy Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. Hope you have a great day. Hope you're having a great week. Happy National Coloring Book Day. Anything, a comment with what's going on, anything you'd like to share. It's really fun to see all the different chats. So I'm gonna write hello. And then I'm going to use the search and the emojis, which we learned about today. And I'm going to put in a coloring. So there you go. I just sent a bunch of crayons. So yes, you can be as creative and add text, emojis, or just one or the other, or both. You can even send a photo by hitting the plus sign next to tap here to chat. And then I can hit photo and add any photo from my Photos app. So and this was from my advanced session a few weeks ago. This is from a picture. This is another picture from someone, from you all. I love all the different gifs and images that you all share. So it's love to share them all with others as well. And I love sharing pictures. You can also save a picture in the chat by holding it with your finger and until you see the drop down, and then you can either save the image or with any chat, you can reply. So look, I can hold Miss Doris's message and hit reply. So I'll reply with, let's see, with the heart. Thank you. And again, you can reply to any message. You can save any image that someone shares in the chat. Anything you like to share, whether that be a picture, text, emojis, or a combination of the three. I really love it. Thank you, Miss Verona. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming on. Miss Maria, thank you. Welcome all our newcomers. Yep, the Olympics. Yes, we did a paint by number app this Monday, so I love that as well. Miss Dolores, thank you. Thank you. Have a blessed weekend. This is an icy orange crush too. It sure is. But again, thank you all so much for sharing your pictures, your texts, your emojis, all in the Zoom chat. I really appreciate that. Again, if you could also, like we usually do, share what were your favorite Zoom sessions this week and why. Again, I really appreciate that. Oh, I love that gift, Mr. Harold. I'll be sure to save it. But we had our modules. We had our brand new game session on Monday for advanced training. We had Zion's Motown Jeopardy on Tuesday. I hope you all enjoyed. We had Annie yesterday. We learned more about assistive technology. We had our movie yesterday, which was a lot of fun and definitely was nostalgic for myself. And, we still have our lunch club and our 1:30 module today. But if you could share in the chat, what were your favorite Zoom sessions this week so far? I love to shout them out throughout the session today. But again, thank you all so much for raising your hands and using the chat. I really appreciate that and your participation. So today, again, we're going to keep it pretty simple. We're going to be covering some DC destinations together. And we cover some landmarks, monuments, and cultural hotspots. And we'll also be having our overview and discussion. So just, again, talking about the session, maybe your favorites, and more. So again, please utilize the chat throughout the session. Just, say, oh, I've been there, or, that's cool or interesting. I've never been there. I love to read your chats throughout the session. And again, at the end, we'll be hosting a poll, again, for our special person that we'll be working with throughout the month of August. So please make sure you stay on to complete a poll. So first up, DC destinations, some landmarks, monuments, and cultural hotspots that actually were provided to myself from my colleagues. So Lou and Delilah and Zion, they were able to provide and suggest some places to add to this session. So when you see them, please make sure you thank them for their suggestions. So first up, our first destination is Yards Park. So again, all I did was go on Google and search for these different destinations and see what information is there. So at the end, I will share a PDF with the different links that we'll be covering today. So that way I don't have to go back and forth between the slides and the pasting the link. So I'll actually be sharing that link with you all, with the PDF, with all of the links that we'll be covering today. So first up is Yards Park. And all I have to do, again, all I did was Google the different destinations and see what came up in regards to the websites and the information. I would also recommend, when you do find, the address and everything of the site that you may want to visit, you can utilize your Maps app as well to find directions. So first up is Yards Park, in Capitol Riverfront. There are many things to do on this website. You can look at things to do, you can plan your visits, you can look at the different housing options there, about business. And there's a lot of different information, like the park overview. So it's on 355 Water Street, Southeast. And you can read it. The Yards Park, a premier waterfront destination, provides green space and water features for all to enjoy the outdoors along the Anacostia River. So they even give the address. If you hit get directions, it's going to take you to the directions on how to get there. Some upcoming events that are there, like they have a Friday night concert series. It looks like every week, 7 to 9, they have a concert, which is fun. They have these different dancing fountains here. And again, you can see a map of just how everything looks, which I think is really cool just to see all the different information. A world-class destination with naval origins. They're just seeing different pictures and just reading more information. If you want to subscribe to their newsletter, you can enter your email address in the spot there and hit submit, and you're able to get emails regarding any upcoming events. So look, things to do, events, parks, eat and drink, shopping and services, attractions, riverfront specials. So, I mean, there's so much to do. So look, park, the Yards Park, a scenic, vibrant riverfront escape. Yep, many different options that you can check out as well. You see there's also the Barkerville Park, Diamond Teak Park, Joy Evans Park, Virginia Avenue Park. So even though we are looking at the Yards Park, this website showcases different parks in the area. So I've never heard of most of these. Joy Evans Park, Diamond Teak Park, Bark and Go Park. So that's, you know, you always learn something new every day. Yep, plan your visit. There's itineraries. You can look at hotels. You can look at the residential buildings, see what kind of business is there, and about. So let me look at about. The BID, the Capital Riverfront BID, provides place management services that assist in creating a neighborhood that is clean, safe, accessible, unique, friendly, and vibrant. So again, with just this one website, you can see all this different information. Let me see the look media. Let me look at some different videos. Let's see what kind of video that they have. Let's see this marketing video right here. Capital Riverfront, DC Amplified, Lift Simplified. Let's see what goes on. So yeah, there's even more to the video, but as you can see, there is a lot to do in Capital Riverfront and the Yards Park. So I hope you all, again, I just posted the link to the PDF to all the different links that we're visiting through today. So please tap on it and hit the three dots at the top right to save the PDF to your Files app on your iPad. So again, I just put that in the chat. So please enjoy and make sure you save it so you can view these different links later on. Next up is Anacostia Park. And I found this cool image just again showcasing the different sections. So Anacostia Park, your neighborhood national park in the heart of Washington, D.C. Enjoy exercise along the river trail or relax by the water. Anacostia Park is a breath of fresh air and a space to unwind amid a bustling city. So what's really cool is this is part of the National Park Service. And it looks like even here, it's really cool just looking at it from the iPad. There is a National Park Service app that you can look at and check out. So look at that, that's pretty cool, right? Looking at different national parks available. So I would download this app. I think that's really cool that you can take advantage of it. But look, plan your visit, learn about the park, get involved. Here's a video that we let's
Hello, I'm Miss Coley, and I'm reporting news. I'm reporting from Anacostia Park.
Anacostia Park, what's the name of that river?
Anacostia River.
Anacostia River. Is the river part of the park?
Yes. Yes.
You can explore the Anacostia River by land on the Anacostia River Walk Trail. You can explore from the water on the Anacostia Water Trail, or you can come right here to Anacostia Park, which stretches all the way from the mouth of the Potomac River up to Kenilworth Park and Aquatic Gardens, which has some of the wild wetlands that you used to see in historic DC.
My name is Jacob, and I had a good time here.
We invite everyone to come down and find your park here in Anacostia Park, your neighborhood national park in the heart of Washington, D.C.
Wow. So again, just with that video, it's just so cool to see the different, different attractions and different things that you can do in Anacostia Park. What to do in Anacostia Park. Again, you just tap on the links to access the different information on the site. There's everything from roller skating, the Riverwalk Trail that they talked about, the fitness station, sports, picnicking and grilling, wildlife watching, playgrounds, boating. Wow. Again, just they even give a page, for these these different things that you can do. So look, if I zoom in, I can even go in, tap on these different marks that they have on the map. So right here, this is the playing field, this is the playground, parking is over here, the restroom, again, more parking. This is the soccer field, another playground, a playing field, more parking. So that's really cool. I really like that. 1900 Anacostia Drive. Again, you have the address right here. You also have a phone number you can contact as well. You can see, especially on the National Park Service website, you can learn about the park, like history and culture. You can see any alerts. So road work, July 10th through the end of August in Anacostia Park. So now you know that when you see it, instead of being surprised at that. So you can even see different alerts, you can see maps, you can see a calendar, like different events. So look, each orange dot, that's an event that I think 13th, let me hit search. Look, on the 13th, Anacostia River Trail monthly cleanup, 8:30 to 11:30, monthly on the second Tuesday. Did not know that they did that. Let's go with the 3rd. Let me see what's going on the 3rd. DJ, knock him out. You can even look for the week. So events are happening for the week. DJ Brother Grayland, July 28th. Junior Ranger Angler Program, August 2nd. So that's tomorrow. So again, that's really cool. And last, that we're going to cover, again, there's so many things you can learn about these different destinations. You can see over 100 years of history, Anacostia Park timeline. So European discovery, development of Anacostia Park, and they even, a very mini history of the actual landmark. So it's really cool that they have this information here. So again, the link is in the PDF that I had sent you all, and it was cool to learn more about Anacostia Park, right? So I hope you all enjoyed that. Our next destination today is the National Air and Space Museum, a very popular site in DC. Again, the link is in the PDF that I shared. This is the Air and Space website. Again, you can use the website to learn more about the museum. So like, I'm gonna visit, you can visit the National Air and Space Museum in DC. I tap on that, you can see now open, reserve your free timed entry passes. So you can get those from here as well. So you can reserve them online. More information, featured exhibitions, the Wright brothers and the invention of the aerial age, Destination Moon. things to do. There's exhibitions, events, collection highlights, discovery stations, on-site drop-in story time. Wow, Thursday at 11. I didn't know that they had story time at the Air and Space Museum. That's cool. Also drop-in science demonstrations, Saturdays and Sundays at 12. You can see science demonstrations if you like. There's also a planetarium. You can plan a, field trip if you have grandkids. You can like tell, the faculty, hey, plan a field trip there. I did as a kid and I really loved going there. So, please share it with others. During your visit, there's accessibility, health and safety, amenities. They even give you a map of the museum, a directory, information on the whereabouts. So Air and Space Museum is on 6th Independence Southwest. And there's also something called the Stephen F. Udvar Hazy Center. That's interesting. In Virginia, never heard of that, but with the website, you could be able to learn more about it. Visit what's on, events, exhibitions, IMAX and planetarium, explore different stories, topics, learn about the world of air and space. Balloons, let me hit balloons. Let me see what comes up. Balloons first floated people up into the sky in 1783 in France. They were one of the first ways humans took to the skies. So isn't that neat? Like you can learn your history and learn just information going on their website. Early flight. Between the first flights of the Wright brothers in 2003 and the outbreak of World War I in 2014, the airplane grew from an ancient dream into a reality that would shape the future of humanity. So wow, that's super, again, just so cool to learn. Programs, learning resources, plan a field trip. What's on, events, visit. I mean, it's so much to do. I really like, how they have everything situated in the website. You can see all the events, exhibitions. And let's watch this quick video before we move on.
It begins with a spark.
Hey, Jackie, wait for me.
The passion for air and space.
Why don't you take it? You look better on you anyway. Hey, Jackie, remember her?
That passion can grow, lighting the way forward for a lifetime. And now, with the monumental transformation of the Smithsonian's National Air and Space Museum, this place that has ignited generations of imaginations will be completely reimagined, inside and out. Also, this museum can be even more of what it's always been, a place that gives life to a remarkable past and gives rise to the people who will make history tomorrow. Join us in the mission to transform the National Air and Space Museum. Together, we'll ignite tomorrow.
Wow, wasn't that a wonderful video just to see again the different museum as well. So thank you all so much for watching that and watching all of these different sites. I hope you've enjoyed. If you like the Yards Park, the Anacostia Park, or the National Air and Space Museum, if you like all of them, if you want to visit them, if you have visited them before, please raise your hand in Zoom. Again, if you like one or all or some of these that we've covered so far, please raise your hand. Again, if you visited them before, if you would like to visit them, and there's certain events or information, or just even want to visit the links, please raise your hand. So we're going to go 3 at a time for this, okay? Thank you. Wow, I had about 9, 10 hands. I appreciate that. Thank you all so much. You all can hit lower at the bottom. Thank you so much. Our next one is a restaurant. That was, again, suggested by one of my colleagues, Pariso Tekira. So again, a restaurant as well that you can utilize. You have yep, creative cuisine inspired by the streets and home kitchens of Mexico. So again, you can see their menu, their different events. You can order now, you can do catering, gift cards. There are rewards as well. So here is some of the food that is there. They have restaurant week coming up. So they have a lunch, brunch, and dinner menu as well. Satisfy your midday hunger with their new lunch menu. There's a Monday through Friday, $29 a person. Let's see, lots of different options, like, you know, coffee, brunch, happy hour. You can get catered, host your event there, different menus. So you can also see that information here. And here's their hours, their cafe hours, their restaurant hours, and their location. So they're located on 1101 Pennsylvania Avenue Southeast. So all I have to do is just tap on the address, and again, it will send me to the Maps app, and I can get directions if I want to physically visit there. Again, you can enter your email address if you want to get updates from the restaurant as well. There are their social media links here at the bottom. But again, menu, events, order now. I think it's a great spot. I never heard of this place until I learned about it. So again, you can host an event there. You can see their rooms. Wow, it's beautiful, right? This one's the Frida room. Beautiful. Anna's Corner. A semi-private dining area. They have a Mezclaria room. Wow. I love it. You know, just the vibes. I would want to visit there. So again, I hope you all do, especially if you have an inkling for Mexican food. So I hope you all enjoy this restaurant and take advantage of it. Of course, we can't talk about DC without the Lincoln Memorial. So let's take a visit there. Again, just going on Google, searching for these different sites. It's so easy just to look up different information. So please do the same with, you know, everything else. Again, this is a part of the National Park Service's website. So again, I would recommend you download the app, so that way you can check out more information and find and visit your national parks with interactive maps, with your own personal tour guide. I really like this app, so I would definitely download it and check it out. But yes, this is the Lincoln Memorial. Again, with this website, you can plan your visit. You can look at basic information, any history and culture, how to get involved, any alerts that are going on. So it says Lincoln Memorial out of order, but that looks pretty old. Like information, physical address, directions, operating hours, weather, fees, and passes. So there's a lot of, again, information on this site where you can, again, just learn more about the site that you want to visit. So Lincoln Memorial, 16th President of the United States, is immortalized and marble as an enduring symbol of unity, strength, and wisdom. So 100 years of the Lincoln Memorial, history and culture, a photo gallery. Let's look at this. Let's look at this photo gallery. Let's see, beauty slots. Wow. Let's see, Lincoln Memorial dedication, 1922. Let me look at this. Wow. It's so cool, right? 1922, over 100 years ago. Different pictures. Lincoln Memorial Commission Chairman, William Howard Taft on the right. Wow. Warren G. Harding addresses the car presidents. So again, you can see history as well. Just Robert Todd Lincoln, 79-year-old. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Just looking at these images, it's so cool that you have access to these different collections of images. That's just one. There's beauty shots, Carol Highsmith Lincoln Memorial, America's Photographer, the Undercroft project. That's really cool. Below, what it looks like underneath. South Gallery. Wow. And really cool just to go on the website, and you're just able to, again, go there and look at different information like history, people, if I hit Abraham Lincoln, again, just reading more about him, this website has a lot of great information. Let's look at the calendar. Let's see any events. Yeah, no events per se, but again, you can always check to see if there are with this website. So again, that is the Lincoln Memorial. And we also have the National Museum of Natural History as well. So lots of different places in DC to take advantage of. So let's check out the National Museum of Natural History. Again, they have their own website. It's all in the link that I had sent. So the PDF, so make sure you check that out. The National Museum of Natural History, we're on the National Mall, 10th and Constitution, Washington, DC. Free admission, open 7 days a week. You can discover the natural world. Visitor favorite, Butterfly Pavilion. Featured exhibitions, Lights Out, Recovering Our Night Sky, Cell Phone Unseen Connections, Playdates at the museum. Today's event, we have a Ocean Topics Cart Chat at 11. And today they have a Smithsonian sleepover. Wow, what is in-person program? Go into an interactive exploration of the National History Museum, roll out your sleeping bag and dream away in the darkened halls. Wow, geared for children ages 8 to 14. But, wow, did not know that they did that, so that's pretty cool. Feature exhibitions, understanding the natural world. You can see education, research, and collections, exhibits. Just from the website. Again, at the bottom, you can sign up to get updates about it, about the National Museum of Natural History. Let's go on the education portion. Wow, school programs, teaching resources, highlighted resources. Look at this, scientist spotlight videos. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Let's see this one. This video. Curator and biologist. Watch a couple of this if you can.
Hello, I'm Juan Rodriguez. I'm the curator for carnivores of Asia and South America here at the Smithsonian's Conservation Biology Institute in Front Royal, Virginia. So there are a few things that I really enjoy about this job and that keeps me motivated. Some of the things that really come to mind, I'd say the first one would be just being in an environment where we're at the cutting edge and pioneering a really great innovative research and animal husbandry techniques. We've been involved with so many different things, such as being able to save species from extinction, such as the black-footed ferret, the scimitar and horned oryx, just to name a few. The other really cool thing about this job is to not only to impart that to a younger generation and educating our public, but also to be able to pass that torch on to a new generation of conservationists and environmentalists to be able to continue the research that we started here. One of the major questions that a lot of folks ask.
Wow, I wish you could watch the whole video, but that is, really cool again, just to see the work that and how important it is for, the work that the museum does. So I really liked, again, seeing these highlighted, these spotlight videos. Again, you can check them out in the links, just to see these different information available in this website. So again, different events. They have it posted right here. Ocean Topics Cart Chat, Monday, August 5th, August 6th play date, Ship to Shore, Science on a Sphere. So the Smithsonian, they have so many different events that you can take advantage of as well. So again, that is our third one for this go. If you like the restaurants, if you like the Lincoln Memorial, if you like the National Museum of Natural History, if you want to visit them, if you like them, if you want to check them out, please raise your hand in Zoom. Really quick before we move on to some of the other sites, I appreciate the hands. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did anyone want to share just really quickly any thoughts so far on their favorite one? Any thoughts? Please keep your hand raised. Try to take a couple of folks or what we can. Anyone just want to share really quickly, maybe their favorite so far? Please keep your hand raised in Zoom. Ms. Verona, which one do you like the most so far?
I have enjoyed all of the visits are very informative, and I would enjoy those trips. I would also like to encourage classrooms to attend these on a regular basis because it's a lot of good information.
I really appreciate that, Ms. Verona. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and move on with our next one. Thank you, DC Parks. Thank you, Ms. Dina. You can also share your thoughts in the chat as well. So thank you. I liked all the different parks. I didn't know the Yards Park was so expansive. So Yvonne, you'll see. I got you. Okay. Next up is Great Falls Park. I found a throwback image for that as well. Here it is in Virginia, but still wanted to highlight it as well. Beautiful picture right here. I mean, just imagine looking at it from this view, right? Great Falls Park in Virginia, a destination for recreation. At Great Falls, the Potomac River builds up speed and force as it falls over a series of steep, jagged rocks and flows through the narrow Mather Gorge. The Potomac Canal offers a glimpse into the early history of this country. It's an 800-acre park, only 15 miles from the nation's capital. Again, this is from the National Park Service, a website. Again, I'd recommend you download the app, okay? The National Park Service app. So that way, I'll actually share it into the chat with you all. It seems like a very fun app to utilize. So I'll actually go back to Zoom really quick, and I am going to paste it. So that way you can all utilize that app. I hope you all do. Thank you. And again, this is Great Falls Park, Virginia. River regulations and safety. Become a junior ranger. Yesterday was the day before on Wednesday, I think it was World Ranger Day. So wow, become a junior ranger. I really like that. Yeah, it was 2 days ago on Wednesday. Plan a field trip. Many outdoor activities to enjoy, viewing the falls, volunteer opportunities. Here's the mailing address. You can also contact them as well if you'd like. Frequently asked questions, I think that's interesting. Subjects, again, stories. You can just use the website just to learn more about different things in history, right? Plan your visit, basic info, directions and transportations, places to go. Current conditions, accessibility, things to do, things to know before you come. Wow, things to do. There's nearby attractions, guided tours for kids, indoor activities, outdoor activities. There's viewing the falls, kayaking, there's hiking, indoor activities. That they have. And just looking at the different information, you see the visitor center is closed due to upcoming construction progress. So hey, it's good to know, again, this information. Learn more about the park. Learn about the park, history and culture, people. Captain George Pointer. Who is George Pointer? I don't know who he is, so it's really cool that I can look at this information and learn more. Again, just by going through the website, you can learn more information. Never heard of Captain George Pointer before. Learn more about the park. Again, history and culture, the Potomac Canal, who built it, Miltildeville Ghost Town. I've never heard of that. So again, just by visiting the website, you can learn more. Nature, you can learn about animals, education, kids and youth, about junior ranger management, laws and policies. There's a store there's a bookstore available. Let's look at photos and multimedia. Visit Great Falls. Let's watch this video before we move on. Great Falls Park. Gonna go in there.
And steep cliffs are not the first things that come to people's minds when they think of the nation's capital. But this spectacular hideaway has provided relaxation, recreation, and adventure to locals and tourists for years. Great Falls offers a plethora of recreational activities for children and adults looking to enjoy the great outdoor. On weekends, the park fills with locals and tourists who can enjoy hiking along the river and near the canal ruins.
Oh wow, that looks cool, right? I'd want to go to the ruins and see what goes on. Again, I wish we had some more time for this video, but as you can see, wow, they do these tours, just beautiful sights. I really like the Great Falls. So again, I hope you all enjoyed that. Next up is Rock Creek Park. Again, very iconic in DC. So again, let's learn more about it. Again, this is part of the National Park Service. So similar website, same idea. There's alerts, so different alerts in effect, which is again, always good to know. An oasis in the city of popular places, things to do. Plan like a park ranger, directions there, go for a hike, ranger-led programs, volunteer opportunities, education programs. Here's, of course, the mailing address for them. And again, please make sure you utilize your map so you can search for specifically where you'd like to go. Plan your visit, same thing, basic information, places to go. Carter Berry Amphitheater, visitor centers, Civil War sites, things to do. Get your passport stamped. That's cool. Outdoor activities, boating on the Potomac, golf, picnic in the park, ride a bike, ride a horse, take a hike. There's even tennis available. There's a planetarium. Wow, I didn't know that Rock Creek Park had a planetarium. Wow. So that's really interesting. Again, just to be able to learn the information, what you can do, learn about the park, same thing, history and culture, places, history of Pierce Mill, history of Old Stone House, history of Meridian Hill, the people. You can learn more about the people involved to these different parts in Rock Creek Park. And again, let's go to photos and multimedia. They even have a virtual tour of it. So wow, a 12-minute video to Pierce Mill.
But where did the cornmeal come from? Why?
Wow.
How could we turn
I'm just going
this?
through the video, just seeing, wow, just Pierce Mill. That would be such an interesting video to watch. They have a lot of different options that you can see, virtual tours. I mean, wow, I really now want to really see that planetarium. So again, you always get to learn more about these different websites, these different sites, these different landmarks in DC as well. And hope you all enjoy that. Next up is the Phillips collection. I actually used to intern there a couple of years ago, and that was a lot of fun. The Phillips collection, right now they have this exhibition called Multiplicity, Blackness and Contemporary American Collage. What's on? They have a Summer Teacher Institute, a special exhibition that, again, just started this one that we just talked about. Community exhibitions, Phillips at the Arc exhibition, so in the center in Southeast. They have a digital guide app that you can utilize. Watch and listen, enjoy lectures, artist talks, plays, videos, collection highlights. So some recent acquisitions that they have or received. I loved the Rothko room, being in there and looking at these different paintings. The boating party painting, very famous. The wax room, I remember being in there. I loved it. The experiment station, they have different events, different exhibitions. In the news, you can see the different commissions, centennial commissions in there. Take the Phillips home. You can look more about their site. You can stay connected. Yeah, and this is located on 1600 21st Street Northwest. So in the DuPont circle, that area as well. But again, you can see their different options. I hit those 3 lines: exhibitions, events, the collections, learn and connect. So there's PK through 12 education, community engagement, library and archives. There's a lot of information here, again, that you can take advantage of. I love the Phillips collection. I love working there. I love looking at the different sites, visits as well. There's at some points, you can see the general admission, 18 and under free, members free. You see these different options here as well. They also have free and discounted admission opportunities as well. Yep, tickets are pay what you wish daily from 4 p.m. to close. Thursday, museum has extended hours until 8. Bank of America on us. If you are a Bank of America card holder, you can receive a free admission on the first full weekend of each month. Wow, I didn't know that. That's really cool. Discounted admission, seniors. Seniors receive discounted admission of $15. That's cool if you want to visit before 4 o'clock. Military as well, students and educators. Wow. So that is the Phillips collection. I hope you all enjoy and get a chance to visit. Okay, that is the Phillips collection. So again, we visited Great Falls Park, Rock Creek Park together, and the Phillips collection. If you want to visit any of these, or if you have visited them, if you like them, if you want to take advantage of them, if you want to share with your friends and family, please raise your hand in Zoom. Again, I really liked working at the Phillips collection. I worked in their diversity, equity, inclusion department. That was a lot of fun. Being able to explore the museum and the different events that they have. It really is quite a gem in DC. But I'll be sure to definitely check out that planetarium at Rock Creek Park, Great Falls Park. Definitely one to visit maybe for a day. So I really like that. Thank you all so much for raising your hands. I appreciate that so much. You all can hit lower. And I think this is our last one for today, is the Washington Monument. So who, you know, if you're in DC, you got to visit the monument. So again, part of the National Park Service. You can see wonderful images, tickets through the years. Again, you can see history, you can see other sites as well with this. Learn about the park. Again, just like before, history and culture. There was an earthquake, 2011 earthquake. Yep, it was. I remember this one. I was in DC. I was actually I think I was in school at this time. So I remember this earthquake happening in 2011. Wow, again, just cool to learn. Photos and multimedia, there's videos. So let's look at the view from a camera mounted on the helmet of someone during the exterior assessment of the monument. Let's see what this looks like. Oh wow, look at that. Can you imagine being all the way up there? Because I can imagine, like, it's a windy day. Wow. You know, that's amazing, right? That they even have video, a helmet cam. Wow, rust staining, debris at 500-foot level following earthquake. Wow, just I love seeing these different options. Let's look at the calendar of the different events that they have. Any events? Yeah, look, the Washington Monument has quite a few events. Let me go to the month view. The life of Pierre Charles L'Enfant. Interesting. I learned about L'Enfant in DC history, so that's today from 3 to 3:30. Look for the Ranger every week on Saturday, Sunday. Korean War Veterans Memorial, Vietnam Veterans Memorial. World War II Memorial, Lincoln Memorial. Different events that they have at different times as well. So that is the Washington Monument. So again, I hope you like all of the different sites that we visited today. Yards Park, Anacostia Park, National Air and Space Museum, Carrizo Tequila, Lincoln Memorial, the National Museum of Natural History, Great Falls Park, Rock Creek Park, the Phillips Collection, and the Washington Monument. Wasn't that a lot of fun? If you liked, again, you know, the monuments I love, again, if you could share your thoughts in the chat with some of you all as well. While we watch this last video, just wanted to find a quick video for you all, some secrets you may have not known about 7 famous landmarks in DC. Some we talked about, some we didn't. They're not actually speaking it. The text is going to be on the screen. So let's make sure that we are all looking at the screen to see these different secrets, again, that you may have not known about some famous landmarks in DC. Wow. The extra leg is still visible. Wow, can you believe it? Right in the center is a sliver of moon rock that's 3.6 billion years old. Wow, I performed with at the National Cathedral at one point, and I never even noticed that. So that's so cool just to learn. It sure was. Wow. Again, those are some things you may have not known about your favorite landmarks in DC. So that was so much fun just to learn those. And again, thank you all so much for joining today's session. I hope you enjoyed our trip. You know, it's something a little bit different today. So I appreciate all of your patience. And again, please make sure you check out the file that again, I put into the chat that you can save. So you can check out the links that we visited today yourself and be able to plan your visit out to some of these destinations that we visited today. I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate the suggestions. Again, after our discussion, we'll be doing something similar of that. But again, for everyone in Zoom, again, I have some questions if you all can answer, or if you just want to share your thoughts on today. Did you enjoy today? What was your favorite site, etc.? So again, what is one new fact that you learned today about DC? Anything? And again, what was your favorite DC site that we visited and why? Again, any general thoughts on today's session or any answers to these questions, again, please raise your hand in Zoom and we love to hear from you before our poll. Any thoughts about today's presentation? Please raise your hand in Zoom. All right, thank you. Let's see, I appreciate the hands. So 2 so far. Again, we'd love to hear from as many as we can. First up is Miss Geraldine. How are you doing today?
Hello, hi Alex. Well, I enjoyed the entire presentation. I enjoyed everything, the National Air and Space Museum, Yards Park, all of that. But the national, what I learned new was that I had heard of it before though, so it wasn't exactly new, but I forgot. The National Museum of Natural History
Mhm.
has overnight sleepovers for kids. And
Yes.
yeah, I heard that years ago, but I forgot about it. So it's a good thing for grandkids, for your grandkids to go down there and sleep over sometime. So they have that program. So that's what I learned new today or was reminded of today.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Geraldine. I really appreciate the feedback. And this is something a little bit new, so I hope I did all of the sites justice. And yes, I would have loved to do that as a kid. So if you know anyone, with kids, or you can please share it, and I know they would enjoy it very much.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
No problem, Geraldine. Have a wonderful rest of your morning.
Thank you.
Next up is Miss Dolores. Again, thanks so much for joining. Any general thoughts or answers to these questions for today?
Oh, one new fact I did learn today was that George Washington was supposed to be buried where the Capitol is, and that he requested to be buried in Virginia, so they left it. And also, when we do again tour of DC, do the Union Station, Independence, all the way down to Arlington Cemetery, because it's a wealth of history right there at the Union Station that I don't think a lot of us knew about the Union Station.
Yeah, I saw your chat. I definitely saved it, and I'll definitely put that in there as well next time if we are able to do this. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. Thanks so much for joining us today, Miss Dolores. Appreciate that. And a cool fact, Ms. Doris, I appreciate that. I did not know that. You always get to learn new things about folks. So I thank you so much for sharing. And let's see, our last hand for now, if there are no other hands, is from Miss Carolyn. Thanks so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed the session.
I enjoyed everything. I was amazed at the monument changing colors, as well as the corrections in the various monuments. I mean, and as you pointed out, that little part of from an E to a F, that was something that even looking at it, you probably wouldn't recognize it. But I enjoyed the whole thing. I've learned so much today. And I appreciate you taking the time out to share all of this with us, because it was very educational, as all of your endeavors are.
I really appreciate that, Miss Carolyn. I hope it wasn't, not boring, but, we were taking a trip, but, that's why I try to get the videos and just showcase the different sites and what you can do. And, I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. It really makes me feel good. And I really appreciate the feedback, Miss Carolyn. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any other thoughts for today about anything? Any thoughts about the session or the answers to our questions? But thank you in the chat, Yvonne. I totally forgot the National Museum of African American History. I love that museum to death. So I will definitely include that. And again, that Union Station, Independence Avenue. Yes, I've definitely heard a lot of history on that. So I would love to share that as well. So thank you all so much for joining. I appreciate that. We have our 12 o'clock trip to Portugal with Lou and our 1:30 p.m. module. And I really appreciate you all